On the night of January 29, 2025, tragedy struck the skies over the Potomac River, near Washington, D.C. American Airlines Flight 5342, a Bombardier CRJ-700 carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members, was on its final approach to Ronald Reagan National Airport. The flight originated in Wichita, Kansas, and was scheduled to land at approximately 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At the same time, a United States Army Black Hawk UH-60 helicopter, with 3 soldiers on board, was conducting a training mission from Fort Belvoir, Virginia. The helicopter was operating under visual flight rules in the vicinity of the airport. At approximately 8:58 p.m., the 2 aircraft collided in mid-air. Witnesses reported seeing a bright flash of light and hearing a deafening explosion as the aircraft collided. The impact occurred at an altitude of approximately 300 feet as the CRJ-700 was on final approach to runway 33. The collision sent shockwaves through the surrounding area, and residents on both sides of the Potomac reported hearing the sounds of the impact. The force of the collision tore the CRJ-700 apart, sending wreckage into the frigid waters of the river. The Black Hawk helicopter, also severely damaged, crashed into the river a short distance away. Immediately following the collision, a massive rescue operation was launched. Emergency teams from Virginia and Maryland, along with multiple federal agencies, converged on the crash site. The Coast Guard, the FBI, and the Department of Defense deployed boats, helicopters, and divers to search for survivors amidst the wreckage and debris field. Rescue efforts were hampered by a number of factors. The frigid water temperatures hovering near freezing posed a significant risk of hypothermia to any survivors. The darkness, coupled with the strong currents of the Potomac River, made it difficult for search and rescue teams to locate victims and wreckage. Despite the challenging conditions, rescue teams worked tirelessly throughout the night and into the following day. Divers braved the icy waters to search for survivors and recover bodies, while boats equipped with sonar technology scanned the riverbed for submerged wreckage. As news of the tragedy spread, officials from various agencies and branches of government issued statements expressing their condolences and pledging their support. President Donald Trump, in a brief address to the nation, called the incident a terrible tragedy and promised a full investigation. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, immediately grounded all flights at Ronald Reagan National Airport, halting incoming and outgoing air traffic from the busy hub. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, the agency responsible for investigating civil transportation accidents, dispatched a team of investigators to the crash site to begin piecing together the events that led to the collision. American Airlines, in a statement released shortly after the incident, confirmed the crash of Flight 5342 and expressed its deepest condolences to the families and loved ones of those on board. The airline set up a hotline to provide support and information to family members affected by the tragedy. The NTSB investigation, still in its early stages, will likely focus on a number of factors, including the actions of the pilots, air traffic control procedures, and the weather conditions at the time of the crash. Investigators will analyze radar data, air traffic control recordings, and the recovered wreckage to determine the cause of the collision and identify any contributing factors. The impact of this tragedy extends far beyond the immediate victims and their families. The collision has raised concerns about the safety of airspace around major airports, and the possibility of mid-air collisions, especially in congested areas. The investigation is sure to reignite the debate over air traffic control procedures and the need for enhanced safety measures to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future.